Hello guys, so we're gonna talk today about some native ads, and this video is gonna be a bit more advanced. So I wouldn't recommend, if you never ran native ads, if you never bought media on Taboola or Outbrain, I wouldn't really recommend just like doing that. But if you just wanna open up your horizons and just like maybe learn a couple of stuff that more advanced players in the native world use, then this video might be for you. And also, of course, if you're buying ads already and you want to level up. So these tips that I'm going to share with you today, these tricks, manipulations, would just get you to where you need to be in terms of higher ROI, like higher profitability, or just help you scale massively with native ads. So native platforms are a lot more simple than Facebook and Google, but if you come from like more advanced systems, I learned that you could get easily into these vicious loops where you try and optimize, and then you are just left with sometimes just no traffic at all. Sometimes you get some conversions at the right CPA, but you can't scale that up because you've made so many bid adjustments, or you closed too many publishers, or maybe you opened up a lot of campaigns. So that's a part of the vicious cycle, what I call a vicious cycle. And just because a lot of these systems are still stupid, so I'm gonna share some ways that I use to manipulate the systems into giving you higher scores and just serving your ads more, so you'll get a lot more impressions and hopefully lower CPCs, because that's how these systems work. They mainly look at CTR and stuff like that. So let's start, okay? The first manipulation would be running on multiple geos, okay? Yes, even if your campaign is on one geo and one geo only, like for example the United States, you want to choose a couple more locations inside that specific campaign, meaning not opening several campaigns, just having multiple locations inside that campaign, and that would help you boost CTR. Okay, you want to choose like really locations that you will have really higher CTR. Of course, if the ads are for English speakers, then you want to target English speakers. But what happens is something quite amazing. Once the system sees that this campaign, these ads have a higher CTR, your quality score, or just the way the algo basically bases its decisions in terms of like how much you can be served, how many impressions you can get, and stuff like that. So what I do is just like run the campaign for at least one day, sometimes even a week. I get those higher CTRs and I just remove the locations I don't want to be in. Okay, it's about just manipulations that you're doing in terms of how to get higher CTR, because when you launch a campaign, Taboola and Outbrain systems is going to make a decision in terms of which types of user and how your campaign is responding. It's gonna be something like a sort of like a learning mode, regardless of whether if you are running on Smart Bid or Fixed Bid. It's gonna just like give you a couple of clicks regardless of your CTR, and then it's gonna send you to compete with all the other campaigns. So that's the first manipulation and tip. The second would be always run on both Smart Bid and Fixed Bid. Yes, even if it means opening up 2 accounts. And that's something I highly recommend, okay? Smart Bid would just use the large amount of data those platforms have, and they also partnered up with a lot of like other partners, so they have tons of third-party data, and they share the cookies, so they have tons of data points on other users, and it's not obviously like Facebook has it, but sometimes those campaigns will just give you better results automatically. And sometimes you just want to use fixed bid because that's where you can really get those lower CPCs, okay? It's a simpler way of manipulating the system, because when you use fixed bid, the system basically doesn't care about conversions. It cares 99% about CTR. So if you can make adjustments and changes to your creatives and ads that would make the CTR go up, fixed bid might be the way if you really want to push it, okay? Unless the smart bid really gets on like the specific type of users and somehow the campaign gets that traffic, and then you don't really need to make a lot of decisions in terms of closing, decreasing, or increasing bids inside certain publishers. So that would be the second manipulation. The third manipulation would be, once you have at least 70 conversions on that campaign, you just go and close all the publishers that didn't bring you any conversions, okay? Regardless of how many clicks or cost per click or even CTR they have, you just go and close it, okay? That helps you not get inside another vicious situation that you can be inside another vicious loop. Well, I'd like to call it the Longtail publisher loop, where the system would just keep on giving you more and more and more traffic from publishers that are losing or not converting at the right CPA, while you do have a lot of other publishers that give you the right CPAs, and basically they're the ones who give you profitability. And then you're gonna end up inside almost an endless type of optimization process where you wanna close more and more and more publishers. So if you're looking to get profitable super quick, just get to those 70 conversions and start closing those publishers. And you can always open up another account, open up another campaign, block the publishers that are currently giving you some traffic, and just try to do that. But in terms of results, that would help the system basically focus on those specific publishers, give you more conversions with them, and scale up, okay? So the smart bid would just focus on them, get the conversions from them. It would also get a lot more conversion data inside that specific publisher, so that's an amazing thing. The last manipulation I'm gonna talk to you about would be using a server-to-server pixel. And guys, I cannot stress this enough. I personally don't run anything if I don't have that server-to-server in place. For beginner affiliates and brand owners that don't really have a marketing background or orientation, that might seem as a headache, but believe me, when you are looking for that type of like mass conversion data, you don't want to lose that 10, 20, 30%, or when you just bring a lot of traffic from other sources. You might run the same campaign on Facebook and Google and those kinds of stuff. Believe me, it's worth it. Okay, so for more info regarding the server-to-server thing and the whole tracking issues inside native ads, you just can click on wherever the link is, and I have a specific video just for that. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm doing it for free. If you stayed up till this moment, thank you so much. It's so important for me to ask you, please like, subscribe, and share these videos so I would be able to keep making them for free.